This is Goodwood Speed Week. In April this year, motor racing lost one of its most legendary and iconic figures, Sir Stirling Moss. So this weekend at Speed Week, Goodwood pays tribute to a true hero of the sport.
Stirling Moss, racing at Goodwood, seemed all set for another win. Since Fangio retired, Stirling has been the sport's top personality.
Sir Stirling Moss, a true British hero, defined by his personality almost as much as his impact on the track. His first ever race was at Goodwood, and he enjoyed many of his most celebrated successes in this corner of West Sussex. Confident and charming, his style and swagger epitomised the lifestyle of a racing superstar and ensured he was one of the most beloved figures in British sporting history.
Well, Stirling was just one of the all-time greats, and not only that, he was a massive character. He was a huge legend of the sport. I remember doing one of my first races at Goodwood, qualifying alongside Stirling, who was in a Lotus Cortina, and expecting it all to be quite gentlemanly into the first turn, and he had me straight on the grass. He was a big character and sadly missed.
He walked like a racing driver, he talked like a racing driver, and he certainly drove like no other racing driver. The model, I think, for all of us, certainly for me and people of my year, he just looked like he was part of the car.
I own one of Stirling's old racing cars. That shows how special Stirling was to me. We all know he was the greatest racing driver never to win a Formula 1 World Championship. He had very high standards. He was a true gentleman. Someone I miss a great deal.
His exceptional versatility behind the wheel resulted in victories in every type of car, from 500cc F3 to saloons, as well as 16 Formula 1 Grand Prix wins during an exceptional career.
I think one of probably the most underrated driver. He definitely had the skill, the passion for the sport. I think the variety of cars that he mastered, not just drove but mastered, is something we probably will not see again, ever.
A great figure for us as drivers. A lot of us have looked up to in the past 15, 20 years or even more.
Just massively passionate for motorsport, for Formula 1, for British racing as well. Huge amount of respect for him.
To me, that's one of the special things of being here at Goodwood, was getting to spend time with Stirling over a cup of tea and some scones in the afternoon.
Sir Stirling Moss remains as famous today as when he retired following a crash here at Goodwood on Easter Monday 1962. Quite simply, he was the greatest British driver of his generation and an extraordinarily unique talent.
Stirling Moss will always be one of Britain's greatest sportsmen, as well as one of the world's greatest drivers.
It's extraordinary. You can hear a pin drop right here. Whole track stopped and just watched that homage. And now a great friend of Sir Stirling's, legendary guitarist Mark Knopfler, playing Going Home, the theme from Local Hero.